Hey there YouTube. This is going to be a quick upgrade on the on the King Hauler tri-drive build. Didn't get a whole lot done on it this weekend. You watched the last video, we set up the front end, got the servos installed, cut back the motor mount, and did a little more tinkering with it yesterday and this morning. You can see I've got a driver. That is Rick from Walking Dead. I bought him a while ago, found him on clearance at Target for like $8, and I was hoping he would fit in my RC 4-wheel drive cruiser, but he was way too small for that, and he was even too small for my Hilux trucks, so he's just been hanging out in the shop. And I finally got the body on this thing, just kind of looking at it. I'm thinking he looks pretty scaled. He's very close to the 114 scale, so he's just hanging out in there. He's holding on to the window, but I think he's almost an exact fit. I don't have a clue how I'm going to attach him yet. I don't want to cut him up or hack him down. He's in there full legs and everything right now, just kind of hanging on the window. Obviously he won't have his gun with him when we get him installed. Zoom in there a little bit. Yeah, very scale. He's kind of grungy and dirty looking like he does in the show. Pretty, fairly realistic figure. So, yeah, gonna rock with that, and that kind of got me on the, in the mood to mess with the interior. So I'm thinking still I'm gonna do this yellow with a white stripe. You know, that can always change. The Scania was supposed to be blue, and then it was yellow, and now it's red, so who knows where we'll end up with the King Hauler. I may see a truck at work tomorrow and fall in love with its paint scheme. But did some work on the interior. Let me show you some of that. Alright, so I did the dash and the seats. I mean, that's really all there is for an interior on one of these. Seats I did, this is called a fabric tan. Did the bases flat black. Can't talk. The dash I did like the new trucks are. They have a black dash pad, and then I did the tan on the bottom. And I've gone ahead and put the sticker kit in there, painted up the wheel, just did a horn button silver, just trying to add a little bit of realism to it. I hadn't decided yet to see how Rick sits in there. May or may not have the side windows in it. May have them rolled down so he can have his arm out or something, just to try and draw some more attention to the interior, because pretty excited about that dash. I think it looks really good. I'm surprised I didn't mess that up trying to do a two-tone. I was good and let everything dry before I tried to do the second color, so real happy with that. Been looking. I have a scale CB radio in one of my Hilux trucks, but it's a little big for this. I found a place somewhere in Europe that sells. They have them in 10th scale and 14th scale. Just dealing with shipping, and plus they had a bunch of other stuff that I'd like to have, so I was hesitant to order because I don't really have the money right now. So that would be something I definitely want to add. You can't have a King Hauler and not have a CB radio. And the ones I found were pretty realistic. They had a coiled cable, and the handset was movable, so he could hold the handset or wherever, you know. But yeah, that's about it for the interior. I'm planning on. I'm gonna paint. I don't know if I want to go as far as making door panels. I'm gonna have to see how it all looks once we get the body painted. But I'm at least gonna paint the inside of the body to look like an interior. Just paint it black or tan and black or something if I can, without screwing up the outside paint job. Just so when you look in there, it's not overspray or it's not the body color. You need at least door panels. I mean, you could probably throw together a simple door panel with some styrene sheets. I'm not going to get real in depth like some of my Hilux are with the cruiser, with, you know, door latches and armrests and stuff like that. But Might could throw some tan door panels in there and put a little black strip at the top. But like I said, I can't really. I guess I could work on that before I paint it. That's something for next time. I just wanted to show you the dash. It's kind of inspiration. I think the tan will go well with the yellow. It'd also go really good with the red. It'd go with a lot of stuff. Black. I don't know what we're gonna paint it. I got 5 cans of that Tamiya yellow. We'll see. But I also did a little more work on the pusher. I'll show you that next. I did want to show you the paint that I use. This is Model Master lacquer system fabric tan. I got this at Hobby Lobby within their model car section. I've used this on several interiors on my Hilux. It's a nice tan color, as you can see, real matte, almost has a texture to it, so it looks like a heavy vinyl or something. It is what it says. It says fabric tan. It looks like a tan interior piece. You can see a little texture in it. I never get to show you on this camera, but. And then for the black parts, I think I got this on clearance at O'Reilly's. I bought a bunch of that stuff. It's just a flat black rust tough enamel. I think they had these like 3 for $6 or something. I grabbed a bunch of those a long time ago. But yeah, that's what I use. I've had good luck with the on the crawlers, just using whatever kind of paint that I run across that's the right color, instead of trying to stick with the Tamiya paints or the model specific paints. I mean, my Cruiser is painted in Krylon. Now my Scania back there is painted in Krylon red. It's just whatever you find. And they've got a lot of options now with flats and semi-gloss and stuff like that. But I did go ahead and drill more holes on the pusher. This is where it's going to be. And the last one I talked about how I rearranged the arms here. I've just got a scale bungee cord holding it in place here. So you can see how it's going to work. And I do plan on putting some kind of fender over it. I'm still not for sure if I'm going to run single or I'm going to go ahead and put duals on it. I'm leaning towards the duals with these RC 4-wheel drive lowrider tires, just because it'll look better when I have a fender on it. These aren't the ones I want to use, but you can see the kind of the look. They'll be tucked up in there nice, and then when it's down it looks like another drive axle. But it is mounted. These screws are the self-tapping factory screws for the cross member that's there. The other ones are some extra RC 4-wheel drive hardware I have with a nut on the back side. And I probably will take that suspension plate off, the little Lisu plate, and go ahead and paint that black so it doesn't stand out so much, because the other two on the back they come kind of satin black. But everything's working except the axle. That's the problem I'm having now. Where my drive line's going to be, this Tamiya trailer axle will not work, and I can't seem to come up with a way to cut it and section it and make it rise in the middle. It's going to need to go across and then up and over the drive line. And they make one. Somebody's got one that's 3D printed. All that 3D printed stuff I'm not a huge fan of. I like it. I like where it's going, but they've got to improve the finish on it, because a lot of it's so textured, so rough. You try to do a rounded edge and you can see tons of little flat surfaces. They haven't been able to actually print a round edge, at least on the stuff that I'm seeing for RC. There's a lot of at-home kits. People are printing their own stuff and trying to sell it, and that's great. I'm totally happy about that, but I just want the quality of the finish to get up to a factory look. But I am going to do some shopping for that axle. I don't know if, I guess for clearance issue it would need to come over the drive line, and then that, depending on that, is how we're going to decide where and how we're going to make it function. Because the one I saw, it had a bolt through the center just like the stock Tamiya trailer axle, and you could hook to that and push and pull it with a servo. And I still haven't decided on a servo. I don't know. I'm trying to decide how heavy, how strong a servo I need. If I can get by with a little micro servo, or do I need to use a metal core servo. I was thinking something like that RC 4-wheel drive twister servo that I put on the transmission. That's a good middle of the road. I'm not sure what the ounce torque that is, because they don't have any specs on it. But it's pretty strong. It's not as good as these Savox ones I've been buying with 220 ounces of torque, but I think it'd be enough to do the job, because I want this axle to actually help with the load, whatever that may be in the end. But that's where we're at. Still got a ton of stuff to do, tons of parts to buy. Hadn't had much luck on eBay. It's always kind of slow in the summer. I guess everybody's hurting for money, so we're just gonna have to wait it out and see where we can get some money from to keep on building. I was kind of doing the math on the stuff I need. The Lesu rear dual wheels, I found them here for $45 a pair plus shipping. That's a pair being both sides, not just one dual set. It's for 2 dual sets. And I need 8 if I'm going to do the pusher to match. And then I wanted to do, since I've got these heavy front tires, I wanted to get those all-terrain tires for the back, which I can probably get 12 of those for, or I'm sorry, 16 of those. Oh no, I don't need them for this. So I need 12 of those. I think they sell them in a set of 10 for like 50 bucks from China. Take about a month to get here. And whatever kind of pusher axle we'll end up figuring out. Those are, I think the one I saw was around 60 bucks. I'm not sure if that came with everything. I just need the axle itself. And I would like to do some kind of custom front bumper. And what else do we need? I still can't find the sunroof piece. The one I had with the kit is on my single cab body, which I did do a little work on. Just playing around with the body work, trying to fill that in and smooth it. It's looking better. I need to sand down with a finer grain this time and hit it with some more primer. And I was trying to take away some of the casting lines from the factory that are on the body. But yeah, I can't find that tree, that parts tree. I think it's the P parts tree for the King Holler kit. Nobody has one on eBay, so I haven't been able to find the sunroof, so I can't move forward with the body work just yet. I thought about trying to make one out of styrene, but it does have a bit of a curve to it. Plus there's holes for mounting the roof lights. So it's just one problem after another. I do have extra hardware I've already gotten from another King Holler kit. I bought some on eBay because I know I've lost some over the years. This has been sitting, and that's been my hardware. So I went through everything, kind of did an inventory, tried to get organized, and this is what I've got. Got everything in here kind of laid out. These are all my semi-truck parts. So hopefully I've got some more up there I need to add to this. That's going to be real handy to help with the build. Especially now I'm pretty familiar with how these kits go together since I built that Scania. What else do I need? I still need I don't need, but I want the multifunction control unit. That's one of those things. Those are $250, $300 depending on where you can find that. But I've always been fascinated with that, the lights and the sound. I think this would be the one I want to put it on. It'd be neat on the Scania too, but yeah, one or the other right now. I ain't gonna be able to afford both for a long time. And what else do we need? Need more servos. One for the fifth wheel release, the kingpin release, and one for the pusher. and I need I'm gonna go with the Spectrum DX6. It's about 200 bucks. So I still got a lot of investment to make, but I guess we got nothing but time. But anyway, keep this one short. Thank y'all for watching. We'll check back and make some more progress next week.